I saw a post earlier today that said, clear is kind and unclear is unkind. And it really got me thinking about our content. Is it that our social media isn't working? Or is it that we are not clear enough for people to really understand what it is we do, how we serve people, how we help, right? So, this is why we have to spend time growing and practicing the skill of copywriting. Because if we are not effectively communicating with the people in our network, then they are not going to honestly know what we do, how we do it, who we serve, and they're definitely not going to know if that service that you provide is for them or not. So if we reflect on our copy, we need to make sure that when we are talking about it, that we are being straightforward, personable, but we're really also being compassionate and compassionately diving into the reader's mind. Okay, now when I say the reader's mind, I don't mean it just any reader. Okay, this is your ideal client. This is the person that you want to work with. Of course, you serve lots of people in your business. You serve lots of different people. But if you were to study your business and the people that you serve, you would be drawn to one type of person more so than the others. And if you could think of all of your clients that you serve, who is the one that you really like, you wish you had more of those clients? That is one way that you can more clearly identify who your ideal client is. So if we consider that, and then we spend time journaling in our ideal client's mind, in her voice, right? We can be talking about the things that keep us up at night, the things that we worry about, the things that frustrate us. We can also dive into like actual examples of things that would happen in their lives, and then be able to use that journal entry, so to speak, to help us create copy that is going to speak to them directly. So, for example, if I am in the health and wellness industry, I can speak all sorts of things about health, right? But if I talked about one little instant that I know my ideal client might have experienced today, that would have a better effect. And so the example would be waking up this morning. Like this morning, I woke up and I was just tired of feeling the heaviness around my belly. Day after day, right? Or maybe you should say it like past tense because it's not your story right now. Or it could be your story. If it is your story, you're going to say it in present tense. Okay. But you could also talk about like you get that. I get waking up in the morning and feeling that bloat, feeling that weight around your tummy, feeling like your intimacy with your husband is blocked because all you can think about is your weight. Now, as I'm saying that, I know some of you are already relating to what I'm saying on a more personal level than you would have if I just said, hey, drink this awesome water. It's going to make you lose weight and feel great, right? So taking the time to really understand who your ideal client is and then communicating in a way that she's going to relate to is so valuable, so important. Helping women with their content, creating effective copy is something I'm super skilled at, and I'm equipped to teach you with. But it's also something like you have to practice this skill. You can't just come to a masterclass like we're having, and just from that moment on be so incredible. But what you can do is you can start learning. You become a student of the skill that you're wanting to learn. So you come to the masterclass, or you get books on copywriting, or you find people to mentor you in copywriting. But it's through the practice, the constant doing, that you become better and better at it. And the better you become at it, right, the more you can be clear to the people that are reading your content. And so when we go back to that original thought of clear is kind and unclear is unkind, when it comes to our social media and how we're putting ourselves out there, if we are not clear, then we are doing a disservice to a lot of people because we're not showing up and showing them that there is a solution and that you have the solution or you are the solution. So I want to challenge you today. If you haven't already, sign up for our Content Masterclass. You will find the information for that in the description of this or down in the comments maybe. But I'd love to hear your take on this. Have you struggled with copy in the past? And are you at a place where you're finally like, I get it. I get it. If I'm in online sales, copy is the number one place I need to make sure, like the number one thing I need to make sure I'm learning how to do. And if that's you, I want to encourage you to come to the masterclass. Okay. Thanks so much for joining.